What's up, everybody? It's Old Man Winter 8 for Sun and Ski Sports, and we're going to find out if the Arbor Coda is a wise buy for you. So the Coda is another one of those legacy boards that's been in Arbor's lineup for a long time, and it's always been really popular. Last year they worked with Pat Moore and they really updated the shape on this thing to make it ride even better. Previous to that, it was a directional twin shape, but obviously, as you can see, it has been pushed into a full-on directional board. We not only have a longer nose with a longer kick and a shorter tail with a shorter kick, but it does have 10 millimeters of taper, so the nose is a little bit wider. All three of these things are definitely making for a board that does want to sit the tail down when you get it in the deep snow and lift that nose up. So it's going to float like crazy all day long. And the bend on this is a traditional camber from contact point to contact point. So you are getting that power like crazy through the middle of the board. So not only you're getting a lot of spring and pop, but you're also getting a little power when you're flexing this thing torsionally in and out of your turns. And they did soup it up with their Grip Jack 2.25 where the edges kind of bump out a little bit at your feet. So what this is doing is not only giving you your two contact points where your carve starts and carve ends, but it's actually adding two more contact points right at your feet. So when you drop all your weight on your edge into those harder, icier conditions, this board wants to rip right in and hold an edge like crazy. Then when we go inside of the board, we do have their mixed glassing. So they have a layer of triaxle, which is giving you a little bit quicker, snappier, livelier feel. But we also have a layer of biaxial fiberglass, which is helping to smooth it out a little bit. But then of course, like most Arbor boards, we have their hand-dyed ash power ply top sheet. So this is not just a graphic. This is actually real wood top sheet. Why this is important is by using the wood instead of another material, not only does it make the board look amazing, but it is adding a little bit of extra power, snap, and stability to the board along the entire length. So they can have a little bit easier, smoother feel of that biaxial, but then with this and that triaxle, it's still making for a board that is very lively and does help push you in and out of your turns and give you unbelievable pop and power when you're sending it off the snow. And then when we look at the base of this thing, it does have their higher end sintered base, because obviously if Pat Moore's putting his name on a board, he's not gonna have a basic base on this thing, so it's gonna be very fast and very durable. But is the Arbor Coda a wise buy for you? Well, this is definitely for those intermediate to advanced riders who want a little bit more of an all-mountain freeride board. You probably are riding the entire mountain. You want to ride groomers, maybe hit some side hits, maybe dip into the park every once in a while, but free riding is a little bit more of your focus. Even though this is a directional board, the stance is centered up on the side cut. So when you are riding this thing on the flat snow, it's going to feel a little bit more like a twin tip board than you would think. And then when you get into that deep snow, that extra nose, that extra kick lifting up, and that little bit shorter, squattier kick in the back is going to want to, again, set the board down in the back and lift the nose up. Like we said, that combination of the mixed glassing and that power ply top sheet really gives you all the power that you need, but it's adding just that right amount of smoothness so the board doesn't feel uncontrollable. You're going from edge to edge. It really is a board that can rip the entire resort, but it is ready for the backcountry at any time. But if you got any questions about anything we talked about in the video, definitely leave some comments down below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the Sun and Ski YouTube channel, and make sure to head on into your local Sun and Ski so you can check out the Arbor Coda for yourself. But if you don't have one nearby, no big deal. You can always hit them up at sunandski.com.